Hello, welcome to Lim channel or Limski Canal, Limski Zaljev, one of the most interesting bay of western Istria in Croatia, which is specific by its fjord-like shape. It's not really a fjord, even if sometimes it's advertised like it. In reality, it's just a valley of some prehistoric river which collapsed and which stayed just covered with the sea, but it's still amazing piece of nature in middle of Istria and perfect place for kayaking. Today we will explore this place exactly by kayak. We will start from the end of the bay and we will continue at least until the middle, maybe even out of the bay. It is interesting natural phenomenon also because it's in western Istria where you have lot of tourism, lot of civilization, but this is completely wild part of this terrain where except some tourist boats, kayaks and some sailing boats, no one comes. So let's explore this beautiful part of Istria. The Lim Bay may look like a fjord, but is in fact submerged valley of the Pazinčica River, which, carrying its way through the limestone karst, created a narrow canyon 1.5 million years ago. Today the river no longer reaches its former mouth. Instead, it sinks into the porous limestone ground in Pazinke, while its former canyon remains as a trace of its old course, with the last 12 kilometers transformed into the bay we see today. Starting from the Lima or Peak of Lim, my kayaking adventure ventured toward the west following dramatic slopes of the bay. Well, I didn't choose the best day for this ride because contrary to weather prognosis it got quite windy and therefore there are some small but persistent waves opposite to my direction, but since I plan to come back to the port from where I started, it will help me on the way back. Route along the Lim channel is full of magnificent wilderness and forest, with some nice beaches which I didn't expect here and which are very nice surprise, but there are also some nice cliffs and views from the hiking path or from some viewpoints around. I saw there are few, must be fantastic. One place really worth making a stop was a pirate bar, which is almost on the end of the channel, where usually tourist boats stop because it offers nice panorama and also some refreshments, a nice view on this beautiful channel. It's of course not one of the cheapest bars in Croatia, but due to its location in middle of nowhere, in middle of nature, I think it's worth. Well, nearly the end of the channel, where it's go towards the open sea, close to Vrsar, I decided to turn back because I don't need to go all the way, because it was enough to see this beauty of nature, this beautiful landscape of Western Istria, and it's great place for kayaking, especially because very often it's protected from winds. Not really today, but it was still not so bad like usually it is when it's wind from the southwest on the open sea. Well, the eastern shore of this channel is covered with beautiful rock formations and more scarce vegetation because it's more often on the sun. This western side has this beautiful primeval Mediterranean forest. This is how probably Mediterranean once looked like. Take a look on this amazing nature and this amazing greenery, which is falling directly into the sea. I can totally imagine whole Adriatic like this few thousand years ago. It should be probably amazing to sail this coastline in time of, let's say, Illyrians or later Romans or some other ancient sailors. took me altogether 14 kilometers. It was on beginning quite challenging because I had wind into my chest and waves were stopping me down. While on the way back wind stops, it didn't help me. Still, it was 3 hours of amazing kayaking through some magnificent nature and through beautiful landscapes where it's mixture between some cliffs, some small beaches, some very nice touch of nature, of trees which are coming almost into the sea, and it's part of Croatia which doesn't look like Croatian coastline due to its fjord-like shape, but still sea was quite hot, so I even made a stop for a swim. And after I packed my kayak, I'm finishing the day in beautiful Vrsar, and let's finish this video with some beautiful sunset shots.